Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the best channel on YouTube, Black Male Advice TV, Ringo TV Reactions. We are back with another one, bringing you the best content in these YouTube streets. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel today. We talk about the topics people are afraid to talk about out of fear of being rejected, out of being shunned away. But we don't care, because as an OG in this space, I have a responsibility to speak on the topics that people avoid because they like to be in the in crowd and be a part of cliques. Well, your boy, Media Tutorials and Reviews, was recently hanging out with Kevin Samuels. Right after that, Media Tutorials and Reviews appeared to have been let go by one of his sponsors. And right after that, the man decided to use cancer as damage control. Yeah, so we're gonna deal with that. Because one thing I don't appreciate with these frauds is they love to play with the emotions of people to garner sympathy so that they can continue to grow. And this is a problem within the community when it comes to frauds and scams. This man was just in the street doing videos with KS under Complicated. And then once he got pulled and canceled by a sponsor, magically, all of a sudden, he decides that he wants to talk about cancer and all the things he went through. Now, on the screen is a couple of comments taken right out of his cancel video. Someone came in there saying, from cancer to canceled, you are doing something right to face such adversity, right? Someone else came in there and said, same thing for KS, from cancer to canceled, right? Then someone came in and said, MTR needs to merge this, from cancer to canceled equals still winning. Now, let's put all of that together. Right after these particular comments was made over 3 days ago, MTR came out with a new video talking about from cancer to canceled, where he's talking about his so-called cancer and all of this other mumbo jumbo to capitalize off of the fact that he was dropped from a sponsor and he's using it for damage control. So we're gonna react to this particular video because I've already made a video in the past when he came online talking about his cancer issues, right? And I made it very clear that he's making a bad decision by going in to get whatever surgery he gotta get. Now, all of you in the clouds, all of you in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you can recall me clearly stating that this man is gonna go out there, he's gonna do whatever he's gonna do, and he's gonna destroy his life. I made it very clear. So now that he was dropped from his sponsor and the money has been lost, because we all know it's all about the money, now he wanna act as if though he can make a video talking about cancer and how his life is going, and he's been through a lot of rough time. Yeah, you've been through a whole lot with close to 400,000 subscribers, right? You've been through a whole lot. You're just having such a terrible life, right? You're really struggling out here, right? You put your personal business out here, right? But you want all of us to feel sorry for you. Let me tell you something, MTR. My mother died of cancer. Do you understand me? She died of cancer. And I don't appreciate you. I don't appreciate what you're doing by using cancer to capitalize off of the people. I don't appreciate you doing that. I don't appreciate you trying to make them feel sorry for you. You don't know the half of what my family had to go through. But this is what's going on, family, in the streets. When people use their health issues to gather sympathy from people in hopes that if they can talk about cancer, that it will make everybody feel sorry for them and they'll gain subscribers, or that they will gain back the sponsor they lost. In other words, if they could just clean up their act and show the sponsors that, look, I got cancer, I'm struggling, please give me back the sponsorship. See, that's what's really going on in these streets. And see, I'm the only one that will talk about it, because all of these cats on YouTube are frauds. All they care about is the dollars. They're never honest with the people. They never give back to the people. They're always using manipulative tactics. And that is what MTR is doing. So without further ado, let's get right into this reactionary video and find out what he gotta say. Let's go.
This is one of the hardest audio recordings that I've probably ever done. And it's because I'm going through the hardest time of my life.
Actually, you are not. So stop it. Stop with all the theatrics. Stop with all of the nonsense. Just the other day, you were in the street with Kevin Samuels. No man is going through this and going through that is going to be up in the street in Vegas with Kevin Samuels. You were just there filming with the microphone, so stop it. Any man that's really struggling and going through something don't have no time to be doing all of that. You're doing what you're doing for damage control because you were canceled by a sponsor. So you're trying to clean up your act and you're trying to sell so-called documentaries. This is what you're trying to do by getting under the emotions of the people. I understand all of these tactics from the Christian church. Let's go.
The ironic thing about that is I self-inflicted an injury to myself in order to save myself.
Listen, we all know that is cap. We know that all of that is cap, Captain Crunch. Understand? Let me see if I could pull up the video because I had it hidden somehow. I don't even know why it was hidden, but for some reason it must have been hidden on me. Yeah, there we go. Right? So now, he said that he, I guess, self-inflicted an injury upon himself while trying to save himself. Now, a lot of you might be like, you're wrong, Ringo. You know, the man is suffering. I don't care. I don't care. You understand? I don't care, just like you don't care about me, right? What we're dealing with here is real talk. Number one, you don't play with cancer, right? As I said in the beginning, my mother died of cancer. You understand? She died. She's no longer here. She's gone. This guy is still here, but he's playing games. You know why? Because when he was diagnosed with whatever he was diagnosed with, he came into these YouTube streets sharing all of his personal business with the whole world, right? Everybody was concerned about him making a quick decision to just go with the first reaction of what a doctor told him. And he said he was going in for surgery to do X, Y, and Z. So at the end of the day, whatever this man is going through, he brought it upon himself. Have nothing to do with me. So don't try to guilt trip me into feeling some type of way as if though I'm not supposed to make content just because this man is going through whatever he's going through. I don't care what he's going through. At the end of the day, let his buddies on that side of YouTube pamper him up. I'm here to make content. I'm here to speak real talk about real issues that I see in these streets that nobody want to talk about because everybody is afraid to talk about the real. You understand? This guy made the choice to go in to a doctor to have a surgery performed on his body. He made the choice to do that. So that has nothing to do with me. Do you understand me? So get out of your feelings, get out of your emotions, because that's exactly how the manipulation works. They get you with emotional concepts, emotional tactics, and this is what they use. They use their health issues to make people feel sorry for them. You understand? Let's go.
For those unaware, I was recently diagnosed with testicular cancer, which for a cancer is one of the most curable, because most of the time, if you catch it early, all they got to do is cut it out.
That's what he told us in the beginning, that all they have to do is cut it out and it'll be over with. Y'all all remember him saying that, right? You all remember him saying that he's going to go in, he's going to get this surgery, he's going to have X, Y, and Z, they're going to cut it out, he's going to be back to normal, and he's going to do X, Y, and Z. That's what he told us before. Now keep in mind, fam, when he made that video, he went on a hiatus. You didn't hear about him for a long time. Then he came back to YouTube. Did he give you any updates on what's going on? No, he ain't give you no updates. He went right back to doing his videos, right back to doing what he normally do. He didn't give you no updates, nothing. There was no talks of no interest on anything that had to do with cancer. But right after this man was dropped by his sponsor and lost some money, all of a sudden now he want to talk about documentaries and he want to talk about cancer now. Now he is an activist for cancer now. What is he trying to do? Damage control, clean up the image, try to make his sponsors and new sponsors and potential sponsors feel sorry for him so that they can literally sponsor him. That's what's going on in these streets, fam. Don't fall for the manipulation. Let's go.
And then it's over. It's done. I talked to a friend not too long ago who went through Hodgkin's lymphoma.
He's talking about Kevin Samuels, allegedly. That's who he's talking about. That is who he's talking about, fam. You could take that one to the bank. Let's hear what his friend KS had to say.
Who, when I told him on the phone exactly what was happening to me, one of the first things that he said is that, dude, listen, I know it's bad, but I wish they could have just cut mine out. As funny as it sounds, it made me feel a little bit better.
It made you feel a little bit better because they didn't cut his out. So both of y'all are basically playing games with this cancer to garner sympathy from the people, right? That's what you're both doing, right? See, here at Black Male Advice TV, we don't sugarcoat anything. We're going to tell you exactly what needs to be said, and we don't care how you feel because we don't care at the end of the day. You understand? I don't care. Listen, at the end of the day, a lot of you folks that are so full of your emotions, you're so into this and into that, and you feel sorry for everything. I don't feel sorry for none of these dudes on YouTube, fam. None. You understand? Because they playing themselves. And I know exactly what they doing, fam. It's all about manipulation. As long as they could keep you folks under that mind control, just like in the so-called religion of Christianity, where they keep you under that mind control, they can take you for a ride. Let's go.
In the past couple of weeks, I've experienced maybe 4 days where I felt really down.
4 days that you were really down when just the other day you were out with Kevin Samuels in the street doing so-called videos, right? But you were feeling down for the past 4 days. right? You really want us to believe that, right? So you got together with KS, right? But you were feeling really down, right? And I guess KS came to your rescue, right? Right? Just like all the other content creators on YouTube that bootlick and always want to praise people that don't need no praising, right? Let's see what else he got to say. Let's go.
Really blue, which, from a batting average perspective is actually not that bad.
See, still in pride and arrogance.
As I think about it. But yeah, about 4 days. And I've had time to think on those 4 days, because on those 4 days, I think that the reality of my situation began to overcome the balance that I have within myself.
Again, more emotional talking points to get your mind focused on feeling sorry, to make you start to donate, to make sure that you start to hit that super chat, you become a patron. Listen, this is what they do when it comes to gaining this cash, fam. This is what they do. They come with the sob stories about their life and how they're just going through so much trouble. And then people, because they're weak-minded, because they're so emotional, they fall victim to the manipulation. Let's go.
And when I say balance, I'm typically normally balanced. And I think that I execute well when I am balanced. I talk about it on the channel all the time.
Again, he's saying he talk about it all on the channel all the time. Balance, this, that. Remember, he was canceled from his alleged sponsor because someone reported him as being misogynistic, one that hates women and X, Y, and Z. And the company, whatever the situation is, they decided to drop him because they didn't want to deal with the backlash of all of the complaints that came in. Now, why would they just drop him like that? Because they went to his platform, they saw the content, they didn't like what they had to see, and for whatever reason, they removed him from the sponsorship, whatever program, whatever agreement he must have been in, they decided to drop him. And right after that, MTR decided, you know what? I'm going to use what someone else said, which is right here in this particular comment right here that says from cancer to canceled. Notice he gave that particular comment a heart. You see that? That was 3 days ago, right? Someone else 3 days ago said MTR needs to merch this from cancer to cancel equals still winning. And what did MTR decide to do? He decided to make a new video that we are reviewing on the screen, titled From Cancer to Cancel. So he is merchandising the people right now. Isn't that what the scriptures say? Isn't that what the scripture says the false prophets will do? They will make merchandise of the people. That is what he's doing right now, fam. Don't be blind to the truth. Let's go.
Idea of being balanced in life so you can create an optimal setting, so you can execute on your North Star or your path or your purpose. in your life. But I forcibly injured myself.
Now, he said he forcibly injured himself. So what is exactly he saying? What exactly is MTR saying? Is MTR literally saying that when he went through with the so-called surgical procedure to remove the cancer, that somehow the doctors allegedly injured his body? Is he saying that for whatever reason, it caused extra damage in his equipment? Is he saying that for whatever reason, he still got cancer? Is he saying that for whatever reason, whatever they removed, it was the wrong thing? See, all of these things brings the questions into your mind, which again make you feel sorry for him, which again make you have compassion, which again make you come out the wallet, which again make you buy documentaries, which again make you feel so guilty inside because you're just so concerned about what he's going through, not realizing that this entire thing is damage control. Let's go.
To remove a problem. It's a weird decision if you think about it.
Listen to this again, fam. Level. Listen again.
To remove a problem.
Listen.
Setting so you can execute on your North Star or your path or your purpose in your life. But I
forcibly
injured myself to remove a problem.
Wow.
It's a weird decision if you think about it.
Notice he said he injured himself by trying to remove a problem. What did he injure, fam?
At the fundamental level. But it's something that had to be done. But these 4 days that I talked about, where I really had the opportunity to assess my anxiety, assess my purpose.
Again, anxiety, wanting you to feel sorry for him. You have to pay attention to those key words. In other words, this guy is talking about anxiety. He's talking about all these issues. He's talking about this. He's talking about that. But yet he's hanging out with Kevin Samuels, who teach our women that they need therapy. Why MTR is not getting therapy? Why MTR is not getting a therapist? Why Kevin Samuels didn't hook him up with a therapist? Why? See, it's just not adding up. I'm not falling for the scam, fam. Let's go.
Assess my why. Really come to grips and terms with what I've just been through.
You mean what you caused by your own decision? Let's go.
It was simply overwhelming. But it made me realize that I'm built for this shit.
See, now more pride and arrogance. So now he's built for this. See, he want you to feel sorry for him, but now he's built for this. So whatever he's going through, I really don't care, fam. I don't care. He just said that he's built for this. So if he's built for this, don't try to guilt trip me for talking about this, fam. Because you playing with the wrong one. I don't care, fam. I'm here to produce content. I'm here to talk about the issues at hand. I'm not here to feel sorry for this guy, fam. He just said that he's built for this. He's basically boasting and he's acting like he got the goods and he can go through this and it is what it is and nothing can stop him. Okay, cool. Go through it. But I'm not feeling sorry for you, bruh. Because I already warned you. Let's go.
I'm made to conquer.
He said he's made to conquer. Okay, we're gonna see about that.
I'm made to defeat tough shit.
If you're made to defeat tough-ish, then go ahead and defeat what you're going through right now and stop all this capping, fam. Let's go.
Now, I will say in the beginning of me going through these bad days, I didn't feel like that.
See? A little laughter he's saying there, but does that sound like somebody that's going through something, fam? Because it's all an act, fam. This is one big act. It's one big stage and you're being manipulated, fam. Let's go.
But I always came out of it. I always got to the other side.
Okay, so if you could go to the other side, then get to the other side and stop trying to manipulate the people to feel sorry for you. Let me tell you something, fam. I'm the best when it comes to exposing these frauds on YouTube, fam. There ain't nobody else doing a better job. I've been doing this for years, fam. This guy is manipulating you folks. He want you to feel sorry for him. He's doing damage control so he could get some new sponsors, fam. Trust and believe. Don't fall for the okie doke. Let's go.
I always held out. And that's really what I wanted to share with you today. Because we all have bad days. We all have times in our life where we feel like there's nothing that we can do to correct the bullshit that we got ourselves in.
Yeah, that you got yourself in. So own up to what you caused. Take personal responsibility for what you've done to yourself. You made the decisions, right, to do what you've done. Okay, eat that one and take the L, fam. Let's go.
But that's just your head talking. That's just your level and degree of introspection. That's what our minds do if left up to ourselves without proper intervention, without proper guidance.
Well, you don't want to follow the Most High Yah, you don't believe in the Bible, you don't care about none of that, and you have KS as a friend. So at that point, you're all alone, fam.
Without proper coaching, without proper mentorship. And that's actually one of the other biggest lessons that I've been learning through these times within my life is when I felt the lowest.
See? Felt the lowest. More anxiety, more sadness, more trying to manipulate your thoughts and make you just feel so sad for him. When you got your own issues in your own life, he want you to now worry about his life. I mean, think about that, fam. You got your own issues that you worry about. You got your own family struggles, your own family issues, and he want you to worry about him now. When he was just out in the street with KS in Las Vegas, shopping, spending a bunch of money, right? Going to fancy hotels, right? But he want you to feel sorry about him over some cancer now. He wasn't talking about cancer when he came to Vegas, but now all of a sudden he's talking about cancer now. Put the puzzle together, fam. This is damage control. Let's go.
I feel so blessed that I have loved ones around me to help guide me.
If you feel that way, why are you on YouTube talking about these problems? If you're feeling blessed, that means that you're feeling empowered to prosper and you're overcoming your issues. So why post these videos for the people? Let's go.
Into the next sector. I just had one of my very good friends just recently leave my crib, and he called me randomly, and he called me twice. He left a message, "Pick up, I know you in there." I felt like I was ignoring his call. I absolutely was, because I just felt so down. And he came over. He brought over some crackers. He brought over some soup.
You see, fam, you know what this says, fam? This says that a lot of these content creators on YouTube is mad fake, bruh. Because when they come on camera, they doing one thing, but behind closed doors, they in a dark room crying. They in a dark room where people bringing over crackers. You know what I'm saying? So they can sit down in a corner and eat crackers together. This is what's really going on. This is why you can't really take them that serious, because a lot of times these guys are fake, man. They literally come on camera doing one thing. This guy was just in the street talking with women, with KS, you know, trying to flex, right? Up in the shop, shopping, posting pics, talking this and that, talking about they gonna crack YouTube and X, Y, and Z, all this other stuff, right? But now all of a sudden, he's talking about cancer. How convenient, right? Let's go.
He said, "Man, I can't even imagine what you're going through, but I just know I'm gonna be here for you."
Notice that. I can't imagine what you're going through, but I'm gonna be here for you. That psychologically put the battery in your back so that you can actually be here for him too. Let's go.
We walked up and down the block. We got some fresh air.
So you walked up and down the block with this dude. For whatever reason, this dude was walking up and down the block with you to get some fresh air. Right? You really going through a whole lot, right? You're just going through a whole bunch of stuff, right? And we all need to know about it, right? Because you're MTR, right? Right? So all the content creators that lick your boots, all the content creators that big you up, they didn't fly in to walk up and down the block with you. Right? We just got some imaginary friend that did all of this other stuff, right? Oh, you got such great friends. Bought you some crackers, walked up and down the block with you. Let's go.
I came back in. I put the soup on the stove.
Soup on the stove, fam. Soup on the stove, right? Soup of all things on the stove. So this guy is really going through a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental pressure. Let's go.
And we got some Gatorade on the trip as well.
Gatorade on the trip. What a choice for something to drink. Gatorade.
He left not too long ago, and I just share my thoughts.
So he left not too long ago, and you decided to share your thoughts when just the other day someone told you that you should merch from cancer to cancel. Nah, I'm not buying that one.
You guys will always go through trying or hard times in your life. I know what I'm going through is a particular outlier.
Again, what they tend to do when manipulating is they project their life and then they tell you that, you know, you're going to be going through things. In other words, you're going to be going through things soon. So while you're listening to me and I'm going through what I'm going through, you need to be there for me, because by you being there for me, someone else is going to be there for you.
But if I can make it through this, and at the end of the day, if I say that I'm built for this shit and I'm made for this shit, So just think about what you can do.
See, now he's trying to act like he's motivating you to go through what you're going through, when the truth is he's the one that's going through the turmoil, and he's actually boasting by acting like, well, I'm tough, I can overcome, I don't need nothing, I'm good. Well, if you're good, why are you online talking about this? Because this is all damage control. He's trying to make himself appear as if though he is not the kind of guy that was pretty much shared with the company that actually let him down. See, the company that dropped him from sponsorship, what MTR is essentially doing is trying to clean up his image so that any other future sponsors that may come across his platform, they can see this video, feel sorry for him, and give him the sponsorship. That is what he's doing, fam. Trust and believe. This is all manipulation. Let's go.
But make sure in your quest of life that you understand that it's not about the glitz, the glamour. It's not about the money. It's not.
All of that is cap. Because we just saw him in the glitz and the glamour in the streets with KS. Not only that, when he was canceled, when the company let him go, right, he told all of his followers, now is the time for you to support. He was telling them, go to the Patreon and become a Patreon. Go out there and, get my documentary. I need for y'all to support. So if this is not about the money, fam, why you want them to support? Just keep it 1,000 and just let it known it's about the money. But he said it's not about that. If it's not about that, then none of you need to buy any documentary. None of you need to support anything. None of you need to become any Patreons, because it's not about the money according to him. Let's go.
What about the cars or the cash?
It's not about the cars or the cash. All of that is cap.
One of the best ways to keep and sustain a happy and a joyous life is to keep happy, joyous, and awesome people around you.
So now he's going to get into people that I guess he have around him. In other words, in order to be happy, you need to have happy and joyous people. Get it? Happy and joyous people. Let's go.
Because I tell you what, although you listening to this voice right now when it sounds like good old MTR, this was one of the 4 days that I alluded to earlier. Today was a really rough one. It was really rough.
It was really rough. Yeah, I guess it was, right?
So my buddy hit me up.
His buddy hit him up. I wonder who.
It reminds me of the importance of balance in my life, and prior to this illness forcing me to sit down.
Notice this illness forcing him to sit down. Now, again, when he went in to do the surgical procedure for the cancer, he said it's going to be 1, 2, 3, go in, get out, and he's back to normal. But according to what we're hearing, it don't look to be the case. So that means he's going to now use cancer as a way to garner up views, to garner up PayPals, to garner up new Patreons, to garner up sales of documentaries. This is what they do, fam. It's all manipulation. Let's go.
I didn't really understand what balance meant. I mean, I guess I got it at a theoretical level, but I didn't put it into practice.
So if you didn't put it into practice, then how can you actually motivate the people, fam?
I just go hard in the paint. It's just what I've been doing. I see an opportunity, and I drive down that paint, down that hole.
Really? Down that hole, right? Okay.
And I try to dunk it with...
Whoa, you try to dunk it. Yeah.
all of my might each and every time, as hard as I possibly can.
Wow.
But you do that too much, it can lead to injury.
Injury. You see that now? So now what MTR is going to use now is the fact that he got some sort of injury, and it's connected to cancer. It's connected to a part of his body. So now he want all of you in YouTube land to feel sorry for him. And guess what? I'm the bad guy, because I'm not supposed to talk about nothing. Remember, MTR can talk about black women. MTR could talk about women that does this. He could talk about this. He could talk about that. But if anybody talk about him, especially when it comes to cancer, they are a horrible person. You see how that works? That's how far the manipulation go. The manipulation goes so far that people are accepting of anything he does. But if anyone speak about him, guess what they're called? A hater.
Fantastic metaphor for life. That's one of my major takeaways out of this particular situation is balance within it, and weighing balance of working and going hard in the paint, and also building and developing fantastic relationships within my life. I talk about it, but when I look at the hours that I put into the day, do I really put it into motion? Do I really practice what I preach?
Of course you don't practice what you preach. You don't do that. Not at all. That's why you're in this situation right now. Let's go.
Funny thing is that prior to YouTube, I would say that I have. I would say that I did.
Prior to YouTube, you did? That's what you say? So that means that you're definitely not.
I did it very well. Building relationships for me never really came particularly difficult. I think I have a unique personality for being able to do that. But when I saw this opportunity, I sacrificed many of my relationships.
You mean you sacrificed yourself?
Both from a lady perspective.
So you sacrificed having a lady. I wonder why. Let's go.
As well as friends' perspective, in order to dive deep within my craft. I think this message here is very specific to my brothers out there.
Now he's trying to make it seem like he's trying to help the brothers out there. No. You're trying to help yourself. Damage control. Let's go.
Those that go hard in the paint. Do understand that if you want to be the best at what you do, it will be very hard for you to create relationships outside of that.
See that madness? More manipulation. It's going to be hard for you to create relationships if you want to do what you want to do. Sounds crazy, right?
If you're okay with chilling, right? Some might call that mediocrity.
Oh, like mediocre tutorials.
You're okay with those things? I think you can live a pretty balanced life. Now, what do I mean when I say mediocrity? Okay. You can have 5 different things that's within your life that you do 60% of your effort versus that one thing in your life where you give 200%, which for me was YouTube.
So YouTube is where you gave 200% towards, right? So now you want people to feel sorry for you so they can subscribe to all your channels, become a patron, keep the support coming in, because losing these sponsors, that's a serious issue now. A lot of money lost. All right? I mean, that manipulation demon is something else, man.
Still is. I'm going to be still going hard in the paint, all right? I'm still.
See? He had that laugh in the background. I'm telling you, fam, this is all manipulation. Y'all better wake up. This is one big movie act right here.
Still going to be going hard, but, I'm going to put some more balance within that and within my life. I need to at this point. And my buddy just reminded me of that today.
He said his buddy reminded him of that today. His good old buddy. Let's go.
To be a workhorse such as myself and trying to understand the value or the benefit of balance in one's life seems so far kind of like a dream deferred or a dream that you can never attain. But after going through as traumatic of an experience as the one that I just had, I finally understand.
This mess. Manipulation, fam. That's all that is right there. Pure manipulation. Anyway, fam, that's all we're gonna have for today. MTR is using manipulation and mind control by using cancer as a way for damage control. And you know what I'm saying? This is sad, but we had to talk about this because these guys in these streets, again, they don't listen. Remember, I already made a video prior about MTR when he went into that surgery thing. And I warned him. I told him exactly what's going to happen. So now he want you to believe that he have some new injury. He never even updated you on whether or not he still have cancer. He never told you anything. He didn't even tell you what did he injure. He just left you all hanging. That's how the manipulation works. It make you feel like we don't need to know. We just need to show support. Blindly support. Well, here on Blackmail Advice TV, we don't fall victim to manipulation. We focus on the truth, and only the truth matters. That being said, subscribe to the channel today for the best content on YouTube. Blackmail Advice TV. Ringo TV Raw. You like the content? Support via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. That being said, fam, we're gonna catch you on the next video. I'm out, y'all. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Blackmail Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.